Hello, hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode on the Obsidian Order. So today we are over at Spawn. We are actually having a server work day over here, and I am on the server right now with Adela and Race, and we are doing different projects within Spawn. Adela is working on some of the farm area. Race is, I think, working on a tree, or he might be helping Adela, one or the other. And then I am going to be building an inn. So that's what this is going to be over here. I wanted to do something, one of the critiques for this area is that it is awfully flat. And so I wanted to go ahead and start working on some of the buildings that were a little bit more elevated than, like the stuff, along Spawn. Because, we pretty much just went right through the valley for the different builds and stuff. So, other than, the gargantuan tower over there by, done by Vid, we don't really have a whole lot that is built up. And so that is what I'm going to be doing right here. I am going to be working on an inn. And so we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's going to be in the same kind of style and stuff that, we have been building in. And let's see, I'm trying to think, which way I was doing this. Okay. Here we go. I'm also need those, and I'm going to need those. There we go. Okay. So with this is going to be the footprint for the build. And so what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fill this in. Because it's going to be a little bit easier to kind of texturize this once we actually have it in place. Oh, that's not where you go. And this is going to take a whole lot of, materials. And then we're actually going to be doing windows like this. This is something that I haven't quite done, but I was thinking about it, so that would really work, for this. And, just to kind of, get something a little bit different. We want to leave that one alone. That way we can, and I don't have any stairs on me. So let's make that. And so basically what we're going to be doing, let's grab this so we can make the stairs. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to end up with that right there. And then we're going to go through and let's just let's see, we'll do that one. Let's do that one. And we'll do that one. And then, let's see, I guess that one. We've already got that one. So actually, you know what? Let's break that one and let's do that. And then we can make that into, and then break that one. So then what we can do then is kind of come through here and add in these other blocks and stuff so that, we kind of get a little bit of a texture going on here. And actually, do you know what? Let's do all the ones that we've already done. Let's do those as gravel, and then we can kind of add in more texture because the andesite can actually be next to the gravel. So let's do that, and let's do that. Oh, that didn't quite work as planned. Yeah, one disadvantage of building in gravity blocks. And so we're just going to kind of go through like that, add in just a little bit of texture and stuff so it doesn't look quite as bland in just the cobblestone. And then we're going to, of course, come up here and we're going to frame this out. Just like we do in most of the medieval builds and stuff. We got a nice little frame going on. And yeah, so that is kind of going to be how we're going to be doing all of the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and get those put together and show you guys after I'm done. So I've got a little bit more than just the texturing of the bottom there done. As you guys can see, we've actually got a second floor. So the work day is all done and over with. I kind of, we just got to chatting and stuff like that. And yeah, I didn't record a single bit. So, just that first little section, and it just kind of kept building and building, and it's like, oh, I should probably record this. So I kind of stopped at this point. I was like, okay, we're not going to touch this until I can actually sit and record and, kind of go from there. So we've got all the texture in, and then I started on the balconies. You already saw one balcony, which I have done. We'll go and check that out in just a moment. But yeah, so we've got these sections here. So we've got the dark oak in between the spruce logs there, and then we've got the spruce hanging for the lantern. So we're gonna have nice and lit up. This is, supposed to be welcoming, saying, "Hey, come, we've got rooms to kind of let you in and someplace safe." And so these guys, oh, and that's actually kind of facing the wrong direction. There we go. That's better. But yeah, we've got the balcony here, and then we've got the dark oak, as you can see on the outside here. And then there's dark oak up there. So let's go ahead and, you know what? It's just going to be easier just to pillar up so I can show you guys rather than going all the way around. But we've got dark oak for the stairs to kind of go with the anvils here. This was definitely very expensive. I bought a whole bunch of this. And then this is actually going to be the details around the outside edges of the other one. So kind of like how I have on the buildings over in my area. And then, yeah, and then so I still need to add all of that in. And then I've got this little detail on the outside edge there, which just kind of adds a little bit of texture, especially to the areas that kind of overlap. So our next step is to actually build our balcony. And let me see, okay, it is starting to get a little bit dark. Whoop. So let's go ahead. I want to come over here. Let's drop off. I do not need the netherrack. Do not need that at all. As you can see, we've also got these down here. So each one of these are actually going to end up being the andesite wall on top of it, just like we did on the finished balcony on the other side. And then this will get built up with the spruce, and then another andesite wall right underneath. So let's go ahead and sleep. Lots and lots of sleep. Definitely do not need the mob spawning. I already had a creeper decide to blow up on me. So let's go ahead and come in here. Oh, and then I did the inside here as, the terracotta. So the light gray terracotta and then light gray of the windows on the inside. Not 100% happy with this, but I don't, I'm going to leave it as is until I actually get some of the decorations and stuff in and see if there's anything I need to do to kind of, move stuff around. But yeah, so this right here, so these ones, let's see, I don't know if I can actually reach that or not, but let's go ahead. I cannot. However, I can jump. So 1, 2, it should be andesite, and then we're going to go 1, 2, just like that. And then in between these is going to end up being the dark oak. And so we'll just keep doing this all the way around. And then that and that. So I'm definitely going to end up needing more of this stuff. But let me go ahead and show you guys how I am building one section. And then I'll go ahead and finish this up. And then that way we can actually get started on the roof, which is going to be a major project in and of itself. So there we go. And then we are going to want the dark oak stairs and want that. And then that's not... Okay, there we go. And so in the sections in between each of the pillars here, we're going to do the dark oak trapdoors. Just to add, a little bit more of a detail. And we're going to do that. Okay, yeah. And then we're just going to have this little section to kind of get around. And then those are really, really loud. But yeah, so, and then we'll go ahead and do that as well. So let's go ahead and fly down. But yeah, so that is just going to be, the front of the inn. So I'm going to get the rest of that in and then try to, start getting the roof together so that I can kind of show you what I am going to be doing with it. I don't know why this is my favorite perch, but apparently I like looking at the inn from this angle. But yeah, so we've got the roof framing in, I guess you could say, the roof frame. And then we've also got the second floor pretty much done, at least in terms of like the, adding in the little details and all of that. So let's go ahead and head up here. So we've got all the little things in. I'm still trying to figure out some of the, little things. And the, hold on, let's come back over here to the favorite perch. the section of the roof right here is throwing me off a little bit in terms of what to do with the front side here. So I'm still trying to figure that out. That section might actually have to wait until next episode. We'll have to see. But the next step right now is to actually add in the roof section. So let's see. Do I have? Okay, I do have some rockets. So let's come over this direction and let's see if we can actually land on one of these spruce trees. That would be fantastic. Yes! Okay. So we've got this one. This one actually has, this one has a center. Each side is kind of a little bit different. This is a little out of my comfort zone because most of the time it's like, okay, symmetrical here and a symmetrical here, and yeah. This build, on the other hand, is like, oh, you want symmetry? Yeah, no. So we got a little bit of a decoration back here. So it's just, just the fencing, and then we've got the stairs and stuff, and then the windows, and then of course we've got our balcony, which I had already showed you guys before. But yeah, so this will be a little bit easier because I could probably do the same thing I'm going to do over here on this one. So it's just that front one that's going to be a little bit different. So might have to rethink how I did this section here. I might need to do maybe like a 2-3 part section or whatever, but I'm going to continue to kind of contemplate that in between now and the time I get the roof on. But the roof, we are actually going to be using a black stone. I thought that would be, that would be a really good accent to all of this. So that is what I'm going to be putting on. And then we'll see if we can actually get this all done for this episode. If not, then, like I said, we can go ahead and continue it on the next one. Because this has been a pretty big project. So I'm going to get the roof on, and then we can kind of discuss things from there. All right, so different perch this time. So we actually get to see the backside of the inn over here. And so we've got the roofs in, so they kind of go over each other. And whoop. Okay, there we go. Oops, sweet, we made it. But yeah, so they ended up a little bit wonky because of how I ended up doing the details on the side there. But I think they came out really good. Definitely took a lot more resources than I had anticipated. So yeah, so we are definitely not going to get done with this project today. Well, for this episode, I should say. So this episode, we are going to call this right here. And yeah, so we've got, we still got the upper side here. And apparently, Racecrafter is getting busy over there. But we've got all kinds of stuff over here that we need to work on. So this side on the other side, and then both sides there. And then we've also got to work on the interior because this looks absolutely nothing like an inn. Because if we come down here, bloop, we come in here, it's very empty. Very, very empty. So we have to figure out which one is going to be the main entrance so we can kind of do like a reception area. And then we've actually got to get something to actually come up here. But yeah, we've definitely got lots of room. So I don't necessarily know here. We might be able to do like a single room up here, like a really big one, and then maybe do like a communal room up on, under the roof here. And then yeah, we'll have to kind of play around with it because I know, in a lot of places, you're not necessarily renting a room, you are renting a bed. So we may go along those lines for this, or, do it as like multiple occupancy. So maybe like 4 beds to a room or, something like that. But we definitely need to play around with that. But yeah, so next episode we will work on finishing this because we've also got details in the roof that we need to do. So let's see can I hit the dark oak? Yes! Haha! But yeah, so I want to do a dormer window on this one, and then there's also in between the 2 roofs, I want to actually do like a chimney. And so yeah, so lots of details that still need to go into this, and maybe some additional details like around the windows and stuff. So we'll see about that. So yeah, so I definitely hope that you guys like this so far. It has definitely been a lot bigger of a project than I had originally thought. I'm like, oh, it's relatively small footprint, but just the amount of resources and stuff that have been going, especially the Blackstone. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys did like this, episode and this build, definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, click the Mantis icon to subscribe, then hit the bell button to get notified when I put out additional content. Want to check out more of my videos? Try the one on the left, or you could check out the playlist on the right. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys in the next episode.